We are aware that there are lots of issues that have been discussed in literature concerning the management of change, one being resistance. Connor, 1995, discusses that there are lots of reasons for resistance of change. These lead to a mix of emotions from participants. James et al. Explains that imposed change can call upon a whole range of emotions, including anger at the annoyance and denial of personal autonomy.
A further issue suggested by Fuller in 1923 is that when implementing change into schools, there are unpredictable repercussions which create problems, which then create more issues from the original problem. When implementing change into schools, we need to consider problems and issues that may arise before implementing the change. By doing this, practitioners will be one step ahead of the chain reaction of problems, and they may be able to address these problems before they arise. Although, as Fuller 1993 suggests, these problems may be unpredictable and practitioners may not be able to predict these issues.
One way of dealing with resistance to change and the emotions it brings would be to ensure, as an implementer of change, to engage people's moral purposes, as discussed by Fuller et al. 2005 in his 8 Forces for Leaders of Change. In addition to this, James et al. Explains that rather than seeing resistances as something to be battered down, you should try and use the energy of resistance to improve change.
One issue that we could face, suggested by Ossett 2010, is that many staff feel overcome with the volume of interventions and materials. In order to address this issue, I think it's important to explain the benefits and implications of change. I think it is also important because when staff are fully informed and understand change, they are more accepting and willing to carry it out. However, Rosenhart 1989 suggests that unless people experience change, they'll never become accustomed to it, and when people do experience change, they are more able to deal with the unknown and understand why change is happening and its purpose.
Lendrum and Humphrey 2012 found that research studies across a variety of settings have consistently shown that interventions are rarely implemented as designed, which affected the outcomes. This could be another issue when considering implementing an intervention across a school. When implementing an intervention that is designed to incorporate personalised learning, it is essential that this does not happen, as the core purpose will be lost. I mentioned earlier that James et al. 2000 stated that one emotion brought on by change is anger due to the denial of personal autonomy. However, by implementing an intervention across a school that is designed to be personalised to the children, teachers will have some autonomy in how to teach and what.
To make sure my intervention is transferable, practitioners will need to assess the children's strengths and weaknesses to support their progress. This would ensure that the intervention will be personalised to each child and that activities will be altered to suit their needs accordingly.
I would ensure my intervention is transferable for the literacy curriculum by ensuring to work with subject leaders and various class teachers to develop it. Working with these experts will ensure that the curriculum requirements for all ages is considered.
We would use Everard and Morris's 1985 model to structure introducing the change. We feel that the best approach to implementing an intervention across a school would be to take small, well-informed steps. We would ensure all participants of the change are informed about the reasons behind each step and the benefits.
I had the opportunity to implement part of my intervention across the whole school. They had identified an issue with children using capital letters and full stops and asked for suggestions to improve. They implemented a strategy that I had used in my intervention. This showed me that small, simple steps were successful in implementing change to address a problem.